Hi, and welcome to A Couple of Average Joe show. I am Mike.
I am Joe.
And this is Compelled. There is a person on that our YouTube channel. I'm going to give her a shout out, or this person.
Is it constructive criticism?
No, Veronica. Hello, Veronica.
Veronica.
Veronica sent us a link to Barbora Skrlova, the woman who inspired the movie Orphan. Remember Natalia, whatever her name was? The Indiana murder midget.
Okay.
So Veronica sent me this link of Barbora Skrlova, a 33-year-old woman on the run from Czech investigators, was arrested in Norway for pretending to be, quote-unquote, Adam, a 13-year-old boy. Czech authorities sought her for questioning in another case, not as a suspect, and it still isn't clear whether she's an accomplice or victim. If you don't know about the movie Orphan, the movie Orphan is a 2009 horror film directed by, never mind. Is it Jamais Colette Serra? I know I'm butchering that.
Yeah.
It's written by David Leslie Johnson. Orphan made many of us not wanting to sleep without thinking about that creepy girl who, taking advantage of her strange disease, acted as an innocent child and unleashed her hatred against humanity. Nobody would have ever thought about something like this could ever happen. Dude, this is a mess of a website. So this is not Veronica's fault. Let's get to know who was the woman who inspired this frightening tape. So let's begin with the protagonist who suffered thanks to this woman who until now remains fugitive from justice. Klara Morova was born in Czechoslovakia. She was born in Czechoslovakia. Fuck! It's not Czechoslovakia. It's Czechoslovakia.
I don't even know anymore. You guys have said it so many different fucking ways. I'm done.
It's Czechoslovakia. In 1975, she showed signs of schizophrenia when she was young and said that she had visions like the one Joan of Arc gave her, giving her a divine task.
Father?
Andre and Jakub were Clara's little kids. She was really young when she had them, and the father of the boys left after a few years, and from them, the woman developed a difficult and aggressive character, leaving the little ones in a dangerous situation. Klara was an excellent mother. However, after the separation of her partner, she became really depressed because of it, so she asked her little sister to move in with her and take care of the boys together. Katerina Morova, Clara's young sister, also had some signs of mental illness, but doctors said it was due to the long time spent with her sister. The two sisters met Barbora Skrlova at the university, a 33-year-old woman who looked 13 because of a difficult disease called hypopituitarism. Pituitarism.
Sound like you're trying to spit something out that's stuck on your lip.
Hypopituitarism. It's not pituitarism. It's pituitarism. This woman was really skilled at manipulating people, and that's what she did with the two sisters. They became really good friends because of her tragic childhood stories. She made the sisters take her to live with them. Years before meeting Klara and Katerina, this woman had been hospitalized for several years in a psychiatric center because she had made herself known as an orphan child to a family that wanted to adopt her, but they realized about it and sent her to an asylum. I'm just reading this word for word.
Yeah.
They realized she had issues. Without knowing this, the sisters accepted the woman in their home, but this one faced strange episodes in which she behaved like a girl and then going back to the mature woman which she really was. Clara, tired of the supposed misbehavior of her children, was convinced by Barbora to give them a severe punishment so that they could learn to not disobey by torturing them. The sisters and the 33-year-old woman built an iron cage in the basement and put the little nude boys with no food for several months. I swear to God, I am reading this word for word.
It's fucking painful, man.
The boys were beaten, malnourished, and tortured. Barbora enjoyed watching this. It was a real hell, but luckily it was discovered by a neighbor who helped the kids. Barbora wanted to fatten them just as Hansel and Gretel, and wanted to commit cannibal acts while filming with a camera that was intercepted by the neighbors saving the boys. Saving the boys? Yeah. Saving the boys. When the police arrived, the woman refused to let them in, but when they went down to the basement, they found one of the worst scenes they ever had. Two children were in the cage, and in front of it was an innocent little girl crying. Little girl asked for help from the authorities, said her name was Annika, and that she was adopted by the savage woman who enjoyed abusing the children. The girl was sent to a children's home when she disappeared that same night. For many years, the woman defended Barbora by asserting that her real name was Annika and that they had adopted her. However, months later at a prison, they accepted and blamed the woman. They accepted the problem. In 2009, Barbora was found in a house of a couple who adopted her, but this time she was named Adam and was a genius child. The family never suspected this, but they confessed that he suffered from severe attacks of depression and anxiety. After finding her in the house of this couple, the woman was captured and was given a sentence of 12 years. She was released in 2012, and no one knows her whereabouts. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, which goes along the lines of the whole Natalia thing, which is we're not getting all of the story.
Yeah.
You know, and again, parts of the story that don't make any sense were, you know, look, the couple that adopted her, they're fucking trash. They are human trash.
Yeah.
But what doesn't make sense in this story is the convenience of this passage, which is what we were talking about earlier, or what we were talking about during that podcast. Natalia was walking down the street and got tired and
slept on someone's porch.
Sat on someone's porch. Not necessarily slept, but same difference. She stopped at a person's house and sat down. Now, for Natalia to be able to move, if you've seen the videos of her walking, she has to have in the videos, she has to have a walker.
Yeah, like Harvey Weinstein.
Right. So that could be all made up bullshit. Mm-hmm. That that's all presentation, right?
Yeah, sympathy play.
Yeah, smoke and mirror. But let's just go with the fact right now that she needs a walker to move, okay? Mm-hmm. She's a tiny person. So again, she was standing over the bed with a knife doesn't make any sense unless she was standing on a box.
Was there a step stool?
Or a step stool. And her walking down the street and getting tired and sitting on a step and then being saved by these two people miraculously and adopted by them miraculously and signing up for adult night school.
Miraculously.
When she was 12. Does that make any sense? Those three things. Well, one of them was from the perspective of her adopted parents. Yeah. And the other two were straight from Natalia's mouth. Walking down the street, got tired, magically got adopted by these two heroic savior people that found her mysteriously.
Yeah. Guardian angels.
Sitting on a porch in some neighborhood. It doesn't make any sense. None of that shit makes sense.
It's weird. There's got to be something left out of that story.
So with Natalia, again, as you were saying, none of it makes any sense. The whole story is just convoluted nonsense from the bleach in the coffee to wherever.
It seems like everybody's version always says it in a way that benefits them.
Right.